Baltimore's mayor announces she's taking a leave of absence.
She says it's because of her health, but it comes amid growing questions about her book deal with the University of Maryland medical system. Hello, everybody. I'm Mary Bubala.
And I'm Vic Carter. 1 hour from now, Mayor Catherine Pugh will begin an indefinite leave of absence.
And City Council President Jack Young will take over duties temporarily.
WJZ has live team coverage tonight. Joy Burnett has a reaction to the announcement. But we began with Paul Gessler live at City Hall with the unfolding controversy. Paul.
Well, Vic, Mayor Pugh is citing her health as the reason she is taking a leave, but she's been ill for about 2 weeks now. But the timing of this announcement comes amid several new developments of even more apparent conflicts of interest. Monday afternoon, an onslaught of news stripping Catherine Pugh's political capital as mayor of Baltimore, leading to this statement from the embattled mayor saying in part she feels she cannot fulfill her obligations and will be taking an indefinite leave to recuperate from pneumonia. First, Kaiser Permanente, a city health insurance provider, told WJZ it paid $114,000 to Pugh for 20,000 copies of her Healthy Holly children's book. They tell us they purchased books between 2015 and 18, and during that time, the mayor and Board of Estimates approved a $48 million contract to provide insurance for city employees.
It shows that integrity is missing in a lot of our public officials.
Democratic Comptroller Peter Francho called on Mayor Pugh to outright resign.
I was frankly shocked and appalled. I was outraged when I found out that I read these reports.
Governor Hogan had been critical of the University of Maryland medical system's inside deals, several of which totaled $500,000 to Mayor Pugh for 5 orders of her children's books. He asked the state prosecutor to open an investigation Monday afternoon.
To that end, Mayor Pugh will be taking a temporary leave of absence. I want to say that again, a temporary leave of absence effective 12:01 a.m. Tuesday night.
Council President Jack Young now is tasked with mayoral duties. He stresses it's only temporary and did not concern himself with a possible criminal investigation into the mayor's inside book deals.
That's the governor's prerogative to ask for that, but I want to let them do their job and I'll do my job.
Young says he spoke with the mayor Monday and does not have a timetable as to when or if she may return.
We are becoming a cartoon for the rest of the country because of this book scandal. But the book scandal is just a tiny bit of this pattern of misconduct that's gone on over the last several months in Maryland.
Back live now here outside Baltimore City Hall. There appear to be even more purchasers of these Healthy Holly books. The Baltimore Sun reports Associated Black Charities paid the mayor $80,000 for 10,000 copies of her books. That's an even higher markup than her previous deals. We're reporting live outside City Hall this evening. Paul Gessler for WJZ.
Paul, thank you. Our live coverage continues right now. Joy Burnett has reaction from city leaders and the public. Joy.
Well, Mary, that reaction was swift and sometimes very harsh. At this very moment, the city is less than an hour away from new temporary leadership at the top. From lawmakers to citizens, people in Baltimore are vocal about their disappointment in the mayor.
As the city, we gave her a chance. I'm very disappointed.
But others are reserving judgment after the mayor says she's taking a leave of absence to focus on her health.
I'm not in that position, but, you know, it could be an honest mistake or it could be a lot of things, but it's probably good that she recharges herself and hopefully she can be a better mayor for the community.
Monday, news broke that the mayor had a $114,000 book deal with Kaiser Permanente during the time she and the Board of Estimates approved deals between the company and the city. After those details trickled out, some council members swiftly called for her to step down for good instead of taking a temporary leave of absence.
I'm not in a position to judge one way or the other whether this was premeditated, but what I will say is that it raises some really serious ethical questions to me and that Baltimore deserves better from its public leaders.
Councilman Brandon Scott stopped short of calling for her resignation, but endorsed the governor's call for an investigation into the first business arrangement that started this controversy, the mayor's $500,000 book deal with UMMS, while she was a member of that board.
Extremely disappointing and embarrassing for the city of Baltimore, and I think in light of this big cloud that is over not just her but the city right now, it undoubtedly impacts her ability to focus on the day-to-day business of the city.
In Annapolis, 6 senators who represent Baltimore signed a letter that said they share in the hurt and disappointment Baltimoreans are feeling right now. One city employee asked WJZ to hide her identity so she could speak her mind.
It's embarrassing for the city. Where do we go from here? Is the next mayor going to do the same thing? Who do we trust? We can't trust anyone at this point.
Sharon Middleton will be taking over as the acting city council president, and Jack Young will be taking over as the acting mayor of the city. All of this changeover will be happening at 12:01 in about 50 minutes. Live tonight, Ava Joy Burnett for